afternoon, traders from across the globe. Welcome to Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar. All right, traders, let's get right into it. This video is being filmed on Monday for Tuesday, 3/10/09. And being that it's Monday night, let's talk about some news, traders. Right off the bat, everyone knows about this big story. U.S. jobless figures worst in 25 years. 600,000 plus jobs lost 3 months in a row. That's 6, 12, 18. You can do the math here. Month after month, we're dropping 600,000 plus jobs. The revisions make those numbers even worse. So we are not out of the woods, right? Let's talk about China for a moment, traders. How many videos have I done in the last few months when I talked about the China shoe, baby? And I said that China shoe was going to drop, right? Well, I know you've been reading about the China shoe in the papers. China has absolutely, that shoe has dropped, and look what's happening to our markets. All right, speaking of China, I do have to say one thing I read that, I mean, come on, just come on, China. Listen to this. China says, and get this, everybody, we can see, this is verbatim, we can see the economic figures are already stabilizing and recovering, which shows the government's stimulus policies have already started to begin to take their desired effect. On what planet? Are you kidding me? Do you believe this nonsense? You're telling me that the economic stimulus package that China put out to their country is working already, but the things we've done here and the things that you've heard about in Europe haven't taken any effect in our countries? Give me a break with this nonsense. Would you just tell us the truth every now and then? Every now and then, China, if you could just spit out some real numbers, we'd really appreciate it. All right, enough of that, but come on with this news. All right, traders, there is a bright spot here. There is something I have mentioned to my Omniacs many, many times while we were at the top, when we were still making highs up to the 1500s. And once we got there, I discussed a phenomenon. And then I had mentioned to them that we'll see this phenomenon again when the markets finally begin to possibly reach some sort of equilibrium level at the downside, right? That is called merger mania. Traders, merger mania is something that I dub it merger mania. It's something that happens at the tops and bottoms of major bull and bear markets. Now, do I think we're at a bottom? I am not calling that by any means, but I will say this. Dow Chemical to possibly buy Roman Haas, a $15.4 billion deal. Roche Labs to buy Genentech, a $45.7 billion deal. IBM may possibly be buying an Indian company, which was a rival of theirs, Satyam, a $1.6 to $2 billion deal. Traders, that doesn't make the whole world get off their feet and go hooray, but those are mergers beginning to take place. And boy, oh boy, any bright spot I'll take, traders, because yes, I'm a bear, but I would love to become a bull. Maybe, just maybe, this merger mania will pick up a little bit, and maybe the banks will lend a little more, and some of the companies that are still surviving will buy up the junk that fell apart, and we'll see what happens. For now, though, traders, we're stuck in a bear market, and what I'd like to talk to you about is this. NASDAQ has a lot lower to go, traders. I held a class last week at the Omni Trading Academy, and in that class, I spoke about the NASDAQ, and I put up a series of charts, and I showed my Omniacs that it is not possible that the NASDAQ is at this level right now. It cannot stay. Of course, it's possible that it's there, right? Because it's there now. It isn't possible to stay where it is. The NASDAQ has some catching up to do, traders, and I'm going to show you a few charts in a couple of moments that should sum that right up. You'll see it. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about when I present these charts to you. Traders, the S&P and the indices are still in a bear market. We have a red arrow for trading on Tuesday, and let's see what sets up. We absolutely have trade setups at our site right now. It's www.livewithoscar.com. If you don't know where to trade the S&P or many other markets, you come on down to our site and we'll tell you about tomorrow's setup. Or I should say today's setup, because we're filming Monday night for Tuesday, but you got the point there. All right, traders, so what I would like to do is take you into some charts right now, and I think when we're done, we only have 4 to show you, By the fourth chart, I think you will get my point. Let's look at some charts, traders. Okay, traders, the first chart I will put before you this evening is the Dow Jones Transportation Average, dubbed the leader of the indices. Dow Jones Transportation Average. Traders, this little circle right here represents previous market lows or contract lows, the previous low price traded in the market. Then I drew out a blue line, as you can see. Since we have broken previous lows, we have dropped 775 points. So far, from this blue line to this low is 775 points in the transportation average. Traders, that's pretty darn big. That is what has happened so far since we took out previous lows and took out this head and shoulders formation that we've been waiting on. Boom, there it is. You've seen videos about this. Point of this video is, since the lows have been breached, we have dropped 775 points. That's the transportation average, right? Let's go look at a few more charts here. Okay, traders, the next chart you're looking at is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And once again, the red circle is an indication of previous market lows or previous contract lows, right? We drew a blue line so you can see what happens when we break those contract lows. The number 979.43 points in the Dow shaved off since we got below previous lows. 979 points. The first one you've seen, we dropped a huge amount. The second chart you can see, we dropped a huge amount. Let's go look at another chart here, traders. Okay, traders, the next chart before your eyes is the March S&P. It's the daily bar for the March S&P. Head and shoulders formation, previous contract lows, the blue line extended. We have broken previous lows, dropped all the way to here to the tune of 71.50 points in S&P drop since we breached or violated previous market or contract lows. So now you've seen the transportation average, the leader. You've seen the industrial average. You've seen the S&P. Let's go take a look at one more chart here, traders. Okay, traders, the chart before your eyes now is the NASDAQ March daily bar. And traders, there is something wrong with this picture. One of these charts is not like the other. One of these charts simply just doesn't belong. And this is the one that doesn't belong. Why? We have not breached previous contract lows in the NASDAQ. That is not possible, traders. We need to fill in this box where these question marks are, just like the other indices did. We have not even taken out contract lows. NASDAQ has still not breached its previous lows, traders. This cannot stay this way and will very likely breach the previous lows of 1021 very shortly. Even if it rallies, traders, all the other indices have done it. Even the mini Russell, the ETF H9, that is way down here. Why is NASDAQ still up there? No way. It isn't going to stay like that. NASDAQ is going to go lower. Whether a rally comes or not, this chart does not belong in the group. We need to work our way lower in the NASDAQ. Do your own homework, traders, and see if it looks like that to you. So, traders, you've seen those charts. Are you kidding me, NASDAQ? No way. Am I being fooled by you? Just like the Central Bank of China. Are you kidding me? That's like the NASDAQ chart. It just doesn't smell right. Traders, that NASDAQ looks like it's got to go lower. Even if we get a rally in indices, that rally needs to be sold. You better believe we're going to at least try to take out those lows before this market goes up. And here's the beauty of the last chart I just showed you. All the nuts are going to come out and go, Oscar, you know why it didn't go through? Because it's a double bottom and we're going to the moon. You know they're going to come out and tell me that, right? Traders, I don't want to hear about it. It will not be a double bottom. How could it be if all the other indices already breached their previous lows? NASDAQ will go as well, so I don't want to hear all this double bottom possibility talk from you bulls. If that happens, hey, I'll jump right in your camp. But until then, we're bears. Let's stay in the bear camp. All right, traders, trading contest. Whoop it up for the trading contest. All right, traders. Each one of you have already received your funds. Thank you so much for playing. We offer cash prizes to anyone who joins our free trading contest. So come on down. We give you a simulator with, of course, simulated dollars, so you don't have to waste any of your own money. We let you trade the S&P, and if you win at the end of the week, we give out free cash prizes. Traders, sign up for next week's contest this week. Sign up for the contest right at our site. Make sure you call Karen and jump on in. Join the contest. You can practice with your simulators all week, and then next week you join the contest. All right, what else do we want to talk about here? You know, I will say this. I had a letter sent to me. I get many, many letters, traders. I get lots and lots of letters. And so within those letters, some of them can be quite annoying, and you know who you traders are that write me them. But many of the letters are really, really heart-touching, heartfelt letters. And let me tell you something. When I get a letter like this is what will keep me doing these videos and coming to my site every day and every night to help all of you Omniacs. Because if I can do this for even one person a year, it's worth all the hours I put in. And here this goes. This is called a feedback on our site. Dear Oscar, this is a message from, let's call you CB right now. We won't mention any other names. Hello, Oscar. 2 years ago, I suffered a debilitating blood disorder. And until then, I was a successful Porsche car dealer. Successful for buying 20 cars at a time. So, 2 years ago, I suffered a disorder. And up until then, I was a Porsche dealer, doing very well. My business was getting more and more difficult to carry on after the illness. So I looked into spread betting to boost my income. I was really struggling until I found you on YouTube. Oscar, you are one amazing man, and I cannot thank you enough for the education you have given me. You have saved me from a very uncertain future, and now I can support my 11-year-old daughter, and the future looks much, much brighter. Thanks to you. Love and best wishes to you and your family, CB. Wow, how about that? Traders, I'm telling you, man, if I can help one person a year like that, I'll work my fingers to the bones to get a letter like that. I hope this really helps you, CB. I hope it helps you raise your daughter. I hope all your dreams come true from coming to the Omni Trading Academy. Up yours, CB. Much appreciated for that letter. All right, enough of that. I am here to say I would like for you to come on down to the Omni Trading Academy because we tell everybody, don't trade alone. Traders, there are so many Omniacs that have come down to our site. We huddle in a crowd, and we really do help one another get through these rough and tumble markets. It is so much better to be with a crowd of analysts and traders than to be sitting alone trying to figure out the news coming through the newsreels, what the markets are doing, what people will do when the news comes out. That's really hard to figure out. If you come on down to our site, you have a whole community of people who are friendly and helpful, and we'll be there to help you get this right. All right, traders, don't forget, don't fall in love with the upside. No matter what happens here, we are selling rallies. Even if a big one comes, we are in sell the rally mode as we are bears in a bearish market acting as such. All right, traders, I think that's it for this evening. I'd like to get out of here. Make sure you give me a call day and night, 702-629-4755. And as always, keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best ways I can help you with that is to tell you to say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening. And you know what that is? Stops are in. Emotions are out. Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided. That being said, I'm a 27-year seasoned trader on and off the trading floors. This is how I've made my living for many, many years.